All right. As far as the open goes, looks like we have a little bit of a mixed reaction. Okay. So we've been open for 2 hours now. Okay, so we opened up, went down, bought back, so we're green now. Quick little double check of that zone, and looks like we're up. Now that was a very impressive ending to Friday. Anybody else catch that? Uh, Absolutely nuts. Now Friday just went zone to zone. Like if you just go out a little bit higher, we just blasted from one yellow box to the last yellow box. We just did it all in the last hour almost. We spent the first 2 hours prepping. You know, like if you're going to go to the race, let's say you're running track, or a 5K or something, you're probably going to run a quick little mile. You're going to cool down, do a stretch, and then you're off to the race. And that's exactly what it did. It looks like we ran the bell out, crushed that tape going across, and about to do it again. Bull spread on SPX. I'm watching your videos again. You think these equities are going to all-time highs, or was that a fake rally on Friday afternoon? I do think time will tell. I think you're right to ask that question, and I hate to say like up or down, right? Ultimately, that's the answer. One of two things: manipulation, or kind of like what I talked about with Tesla. They just had their finger on the buy trigger and said, "Just make it happen." Typically, if I see moves like this, it's either overbought and coming back down, or it's just the beginning. You don't just take off like this and then kind of tucker out. There was enough reason for, let's say, Goldman Sachs to say, all right, just market order this thing. Like, we tried our best to get as many shares as we could, but it's just not happening. Buy the rest right now. Futures contracts, SPY, whatever you got to do, just buy the rest of it and make sure that order fills before the weekend. And that's typically because it all comes down to, when you're managing money, it's not how much you paid, it's how much you will make, how much meat is on the bones of that trade. You know, like let's say Goldman Sachs alone or BlackRock hit market buy, just get us in there, 10 trillion shares, and then it shoots it up to here because it just buys the order book. They probably don't plan on taking profit right here. At that point, they think it's probably headed to all-time highs. Like there's some money involved that makes it worth getting in so aggressively, because they foresee, their whatever reason thinks it's going to go up to here, maybe, you know, like the 5,400 level or something like that. Or manipulation. Yeah, they do just drop it so they can just load up short and then send it back down. I gotta say, I'm leaning more towards the bullish side of things. I do think we probably get a continuation on this one. I'm wondering if it's a bit of a short squeeze. Very well could be, but why did they? What do they know that we don't, that caused them to just get so aggressively out of their short positions or into their long positions? Because when you see an order like that, that's a freight train. You know, again, they bought the whole order book. Whether they're buying to close a position or buying to open a position, they just said, we need 10 million shares, looked at the whole book and said, I'll take it. So, again, I'm sure some bear out there is probably drawing a trend line saying it's going to sell off. You know those bears that try to like speak it into existence? We'll see. If we break back below this zone, I bet we at least test somewhere down here. If we hold this zone, yeah, I think continuation. Are we going to see someone sending missiles overnight? Hopefully not. It was an 80-point rally in 2 hours. Yeah, now imagine you're a futures trader that likes to take profit at 10 points. Sweet. Look at you go. You super stud. You market maker, you. Just kidding. It wouldn't be a stream if I wasn't here to poke fun at the scalpers, especially futures traders, because it's so easy. I think everybody that starts out futures just starts scalping. It's just so easy. It's so liquid. It's leveraged. If you can, you have to be able to afford it. If you can afford the take it easy play some zones, oh, you kill it. My feelings aren't hurt. All right, the S&P. Did we do the expected moves? Not yet. Hang on. While we're here, let's get these. Let's make sure these are all set up. SPY is 533.62, 521.12. Okay, so it looks like these are off just a tad bit from. So the truth is, I actually already did this, and then I guess it didn't save. My daughter had a basketball game, and I was already there doing it, and I could have sworn it saved, but it did not. Spy 625. Tesla's what, 906? Meta 1432. Remember when I used to have to remember all these just in my head? That was a lot. I like just writing it down on the screen. 6106. Amazon 512. Apple 397. Google, give me 1 second, guys. 457. Palantir 103. Intel is 120, just 2 cents off. AMD was $8, $8.91. All right. All right, let's just I'll move these. So if anybody has my charts, you will you'll have the expected moves. Last week's expected move was a rein it back in play. Make sure we're good, right? That's safe. QQQ 742, 742. Okay, we are rocking and rolling. IWM. Yeah, last week it had got outside, reined it right back in. Same with the S&P. Got outside the expected move, and Cody, where's Cody at? I know his feelings hurt because he likes to scalp. He's like, I made 4 points. I'm like Jason Bourne. I think that's what he said in the chat the other day. Anyway, he actually bought call options for the rein it back in play, and I'm curious if he just took full advantage of that, because that'd be quite impressive if anybody did. It wouldn't mean much if you just didn't, but that would be a lot of money on that one.